Aquarius, hello there, my friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid to late September 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Aquarians out there. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic. Talk to me, my guides. What do we got for the water bearers this week as we move towards the end of September? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which I always find intriguing. So let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aquarius as we move through September, please and thank you. Okay, cool. All right, you got Queen of Swords energy, my friends. Love it. Especially in an Aquarius reading, any air sign reading, you might not be about any games or BS in this time. This is super straightforward, to the point, no fluff, no games at all. So I like this. This has a lot of positivities, especially for your energy. Now, before we start really describing all that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. And finally, for those of you that want to take a look at channel memberships, I have the link down there in the comments, pinned right at the very top. I'm going to be doing a very special reading for channel members for this first month, so hopefully you see you over there. But let's get into the reading. Enough of the promo. I promise we got it all out of the way. Let's talk about this Queen of Swords energy that I love so much. Now, as with all cards, they have positives and negatives, but let's talk about the positives of this first. Now, it doesn't matter male, female, or anything in between. This is a strong energy to be stepping into. And this is an oracle deck. It's not a tarot deck, but she just always gives me that Queen of Swords vibe. So once again, very honest, shrewd, straightforward, to the point, no fluff, no BS. So there might be something you're just looking at very logically. This could represent strategy and planning. So there might be something that's in the works, that you're getting ready to plan something, absolutely. But let's talk about some of the challenges of this Queen of Swords. She could sometimes represent somebody who's a little bit cold, could represent somebody that's emotionally detaching from something. So for a portion of Aquarians, you might be trying to quell your inner emotions or detach from something. Okay, just make sure you're not being too cold and distant to those that you care about in this time when the Queen of Swords is here. But you might absolutely have some sort of talk or conversation where you just tell someone what it is, no filter. So let's put her over there. I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Let's get this tarot going. For my Aquarians, shuffle it up one time. I'll get you 3 in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive, juicy stuff, I promise. So what do we got for Aquarius? And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. It was absolutely filled with positivity. It was beautiful. It was titled An Explosive Win. So something really like going your way, rushing in quickly, not quite unexpectedly or surprisingly. It's just something that happens very quick. So know in the coming days and weeks that energy could still bleed through, even if we have challenges in this week's reading. So it was a nice change because there's been ups and downs in recent Aquarius readings. So let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, every reading, the energy is not set in stone. It's super fluid and you just take it how it hits for you, right? Because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get you 3. What do we got for my Aquarians? But last week's energy was really nice. I enjoyed it. Hey, we got our good friend, the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself without a beard, showing up in position number 1, huh? It's been a while since he showed up in an Aquarius reading, so when we're talking about emotions, we got the water, and remember, so maybe there is something you're trying to disconnect from or process, okay? Let's not go too far just yet. Let's get you one more. Love that card for obvious reasons. Okay, we got the 5 of Cups as well, so interesting how we had that Queen of Swords in the beginning. Now we're getting all cups here, okay? This, yeah, just like every Aquarius reading I've ever done in this channel's history, this is going to be layered. It's going to be super intriguing. For Swords, you might need a rest of some kind. Might need a vacay, my friends. But yeah, let's talk about this, Aquarius. I can't wait to dig into all these energies. It's going to be interesting. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So, at first look, first glance, obviously, all of this energy is internal energy. We have more sword energy on the back end. We got cups. It's all about emotions and thoughts, the heart, the mind. So there's so much internal energy showing up here. It could be very intense for a lot of Aquarians in this time. So let's work our way through one by one, because the King of Cups next to the Five of Cups is trying to control an emotion or how they're feeling, whether it's coping with something or processing something. Let's go through one by one. We got our good friend here having a little drink, a little beverage out of there. And as a lot of you long-time friends of the channel know, I style myself after the King of Cups because I have two prominent water placements. But when we see him show up in a reading, could be a water sign. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, if you're not linked to any of those, when we see the King of Cups, as with all kings in tarot, they represent control of their respective suit. So control of one's emotions. This could represent fully bloomed feelings of love. So for some of you, if you're feeling romantic or going through romantic things, it makes sense that the King of Cups would show up. And it's matured emotion when we see it. It's artistic, it's creative, good communicator. But once again, the clarifier could tell us, if you're not linked to a water sign, a way you might be feeling, especially with this Five of Cups right next to it. And I've been seeing it and feeling it with this Queen of Swords. There could be an emotion that like you're just tired of feeling or working through right now, like it's played itself out in one way or another. We'll just have to see. I don't want to jump to conclusions just yet. In position number 2, we got the Five of Cups, River of Tears. This card is on a spectrum just like the Three of Swords. You see this person, they look quite down, right? They got their back turned, they're dressed in all black. Looks like they're weeping over the river. So we do think of possible crying, whether it's shedding actual tears or feeling it internally. And on the spectrum, this card does represent, you might just be a little gloomy. You might have a couple of days where you're just a little glum, a little malaise, that type of energy. But it could also be heartbroken energies. It could be devastation. This could represent loss and pain and all sorts of stuff that we want to take a look at deeper. Now, the positives of the Five of Cups is that although some of the cups in this picture are spilled, there's still two standing and there's still things in the distance. That whatever this individual's feeling, whatever they're going through, this isn't the end of the road. This isn't like 10 of Swords, complete shutdown type of energy. So we're going to want to see what's up with this. Absolutely. Now, moving to the back end is where we get another little interesting side note, still internal energy showing up. We got the Four of Swords. This card can represent the realm of sleep and rest. So for some of you, it could be a newfound interest in meditation. Maybe you need to do a little meditating. Ground yourself, zero in, get in touch with your inner voice when we have this Four of Swords. But generally, I think of an energy that's not moving, right? So you see this person, they're at rest for whatever reason. So maybe you need a break from something. Maybe you need to stop putting so much of your energy into something in particular. And once again, maybe you need a little vacation, right? Don't we all sometimes? But there could be big importance around self-love and self-care as well. Make sure you're taking care of your mind, body, and soul when the Four of Swords shows up. It's also one of my cards of the paranormal. So when I see this card, your intuitive energies, your empathetic energies could really be heightened in this time, and you could be feeding off the energies of others, feeling what they feel, even off of places as well. But make sure you're getting proper rest and sleep. Hopefully you're not having insomnia with that. But I want to dive deeper on all of it, Aquarius. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for my Aquarians and see what we got going on. Usually don't get so much cup action in Aquarius reading. So this could be pointing at somebody else too. But yeah, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that King of Cups. And yes, if you're a reader, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aquarius, you drop it down in the comments. Let's see what's up with that King. Holding that chalice, having a little drink. Thank you. Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, trying to process something, trying to work through something could absolutely be it. This is a card of stress and anxiety to me when I see the Eight of Swords, especially in reverse. There could be someone that's stressing about you a little bit, or someone who's like on edge, and it could be vice versa as well. There could be somebody that's causing you to have a little anxiety or feel uptight. But I like how the energy feels to me. Even though visually it looks a little rough, this Eight of Swords in reverse is how we want to receive this. It's liberating. So for a portion of you, I do possibly feel some sort of talk or communication you could have that could set your mind at ease. Whether it's a venting session, whether you hear from somebody, I do get some sort of news coming in that could make you feel at ease. Okay, even though there is stress, even though there is anxiousness and that energy, that mental energy, there could be some sort of news coming in that'll make you feel definitely at ease, whether it is an emotional talk or an important one that's had. Let's keep moving through. I don't feel like I need to really overcomplicate this energy. It's very simple on its face. I don't feel like there's a lot of undertones. We're probably going to get more complex as we move throughout the rest of the reading, though, with the Five of Cups, the Four of Swords. But once again, I need to mention this before we move further. Aside from the stress, the anxiety, and coming to grips and working through things, whether through talk or news, all of this is internal energy. Remember, in tarot, the pentacles and the wands represent the outer world. The swords and the cups are the realm of inside. Okay, so some of you might be working through something here. Let's see what's going on with that Five of Cups. And if not you, someone you're linked to, there's extremely intense inner and emotional energy here. So why is the Five of Cups in the mix? Please. Thank you. Okay. Someone may feel a sense of loss here. We have the Ten of Cups in the upright underneath this Five of Cups. I'm getting a completely, drastically different message. I'm getting two messages here, so take whichever one applies to you and absolutely claim the positive one if you want, because you know I'm not in the business of fear-mongering and slinging doom and gloom. So I'm just going to give you the two messages I'm feeling. One, there could be someone that feels like they've lost out on something big when we have the Ten of Cups in the upright underneath the Five of Cups. So in this time, maybe there are certain emotional losses where, whether it's a connection with somebody, whether it's something you're grieving from the past, there is a possible loss here of something that made someone very happy. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. But another really good message, the positive message I could pull from this, and I feel like it's extreme. Either it's one or the other. This is a complete and utter turnaround. When we have the Ten of Cups in the upright underneath the Five of Cups, it's like going from sad and distressed and depressed to boom, like that quick, rapid turnaround. So once again, like last week's reading, an explosive win. I would expect for a lot of Aquarians some sort of like big level up, like a drastic change for the better, or just that win to come rushing in very suddenly. So it could be a sudden victory, a surprising win, a surprising victory, because it feels like it's turning on a dime. And now that I speak about it more, it's giving me more energy that for a lot of you, there could be good changes for you. And once again, the surprising wins and victories. Let's keep pressing, okay? Because now that I'm looking at the storyboard, it is feeling that way. And we've all experienced loss from time to time, but this is Spirit just saying that somebody you're linked to, or yourself, it might come up in the mind a little more than usual. Let's see what that Four of Swords has to say. But yeah, I do get that surprising victory, surprising win, like something just turns on a dime in a very positive way. So I'd be ready for that. That's a good thing. I feel like it's more in line with the recent energy too. Let's see why that Four of Swords is here. And we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. Okay, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, So we do have two cards that could represent the close of a cycle here. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Just watch out for turns of luck, turns of fate, and I feel like it's Spirit giving you a warning about, hey, it goes both ways, whereas something can improve in a very quick and fast manner. At the same time, it could also go the other way. Specifically, watch out for issues in regards to money. Specifically, watch out with issues in regards to work and things that could crop up with family members when we get the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Another vibe I'm getting, you might attain something and it's not all that it's cracked up to be, or wasn't all that you imagined it to be. Like the grass isn't greener type of energy. Only take that if it hits. I feel like I needed to say that for someone. And if that's not you, it could be someone you're linked to where it's like, all right, the grass wasn't greener, okay? That it's not as pentacly as they thought it was going to be. But take it in stride. I feel like that's something Spirit's trying to say here, because we do have a progression of a story, okay? Like, yeah, these both could represent different types of outcomes, different types of endings. life is about extremes sometimes. And that's one thing I've been saying. I've been getting this extreme energy, whether it's one or the other, or a very quick switch from one to the other. Let's go through and do a quick recap. I already gave you the warnings I needed to give you that I felt were most pertinent. Let's work our way through before we get into the shadow card. In position number 1, we have the King of Cups with the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yes, I did say there was that little underlying fear or nervousness, anxiety that somebody is working through, actively working through and getting a hold of, because we want to see these cards next to the King of Cups because he's trying to get it all right. He's trying to get everything in a row. So this feels good. And it's also liberating. For some of you, you could have an emotional talk or an important talk that frees you of this, that frees you of this heavy feeling or this anxiety feeling, if that's something you're having. Could be good news coming in. In the center, we have the Five of Cups with the Ten of Cups in the upright. And once again, that's the extreme energy, that extreme switch or change I was feeling, where one, this could be someone feeling like they've lost out on something that made them happy. That's still a valid message. But I was also getting like that sudden shift, that turn, that surprising winner victory where it goes from Five of Cups to Ten of Cups in like a split second. So it feels really good, just like the energy we had last week. However, as we move to the back, we still have a little more extreme. The Four of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, maybe someone is in a state of recovery about something, recovering from some sort of loss. That could possibly be it. But beware of money situations, work situations, family situations. And this time with that in reverse, I was getting that grass isn't always greener on the other side, where somebody might be figuring that out in this time. But the overall message that I've been working up to here with this story is that it does kind of all connect together, because we have this King of Cups trying to get everything in order. We had this Queen of Swords in the very beginning, okay, like getting everything sorted. So I'm getting this planner type of energy. But as we move through, we have different extremes of energy, and it's all about being even-keeled, rolling with the punches, rolling with the good times and bad. Sometimes bad situations are going to turn good, and you're going to get a winner or victory in a surprising way. Sometimes things that seem very good and prosperous are going to swing the other way, and it's all about our reactions to them. I feel like for a lot of Aquarians, that's the big takeaway, or that's what I would feel the big takeaway is, like trying to keep a nice middle ground regardless of the way things are going. So please take a screenshot. I'm going to get you a shadow card here. Take from it what you will, my friends. I feel like I'm yapping a little more than I normally do, but let's see what we have in the shadows for you. My God, trust me. And yes, I always like to pull this at the very end just to see what's going on, whether it's a shadow within you, some shadow work, or just something you don't quite see. So let's get this one card out for Aquarius, please. What do we got from my friends? Okay, we got the moon. Yeah, so the surprise, the mystery, the expect the unexpected is showing up here in a big way. If you're connected to a Pisces or a Cancer, big energy showing up in the shadows, whether you have history with them or there's something they may have said or done that have left a mark. But what do we think of with the moon? And I was kind of getting similar vibes as well. You need to know that in this time, your sensitivities could be a little heightened. Okay, I was already speaking about that way earlier on in the reading, that your empathy, your energetic sensitivity could be extra heightened, because this is a very psychically gifted card here in the back end. However, it is a card of the mystery if it's not representing a person. The moon is the unknown, what's yet to come. So for some of you, either there might just be something that you're not letting the world know, or you're not letting certain people know about, and that's your prerogative to do so. But there is also this little, hey, just be prepared. There's going to be some unexpecteds coming, good, bad, and indifferent, and it's showing up here. So I don't want to say something as dramatic as brace yourself, but we'll just leave it right there, Aquarius. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. For the September subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 2 lucky winners to win 2 tarot decks completely at random. It will be a winner's choice. So if you want to get the Gilded Tarot, you could go ahead and do that. If you want the Everyday Witches Tarot, that's your choice as well. Any deck under $40 US will be given away. So if you'd like to get your name in for this one, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments which zodiac signs you get along best with. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.